points on the scoreboard. So the Spartans got to be on their toes defensively tonight. Here's a play going left, number 21, Brendan Toonstra.
32 on the tackle.
Tackle made by number 32, Trevor Wilcox, the junior. And that'll be 8.
Kelloggsville is definitely in the real wide spread. You can see 3-foot splits even on the front line.
What do you mean by 3-foot splits, Coach?
Basically, between the linemen, you can see that they're going as wide as 3 feet out here to the tackle, trying to widen out that defense, give them some lanes to run. It's all about a game of angles at that point.
3-man rush for the Spartans. Here's a pass to the outside, caught by number 15, Jabari Campbell.
32 again.
Tackle made by number 32, Trevor Wilcox. It's going to be a first down for Kelloggsville as they move the ball ahead to the 39.
It's good to see, like I said, that's almost like a running play in the spread. It's just a quick 3 and out, 2 yards to go, and it's just really just a quick pop and a catch, and you got yourself a first down.
So Kelloggsville comes out. 3 receivers, 2 to the left and a little wing back. They'll give a pitch to the outside. We have a flag on the far side of the field as Cameron Townsend is brought down at about the 43. We'll see what the laundry is.
I'm not sure what the...
Flag is on the far sideline over at the 38.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I see it now.
It's 32 and 13 on the tackle.
They're definitely discussing this a little to see what the call is.
Illegal procedure against Kelloggsville, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll move the Rockets back to the 32, or 34 rather. It's going to be 1st and 15. Coach, the Spartans, after week 3 losing to Comstock Park, we're 1-2. They've gone on a 5-game tear ever since then, and it's been spurred on by their defense, who's given up 15 points per. Zachary Zerfus is going to want to throw, but he didn't have anywhere to go and had to scramble and is able to get about 10 yards off of that up to the 45. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4.
That is one of the tough things to defend the spread. Everybody was covered really well, and he was able to tuck it up and get a nice gain out of that. Like I said, the Spartan defense, they're going to have to stay disciplined.
4 receivers, 2 to each side for Kelloggsville. The back to the right. He'll get the ball. It's number 21, Brendan Toonstra, makes his way to the other end of the field, gets a first down into Sparta territory before he's wrapped up and thrown down by number 6, Dylan Tarosky.
Number 6 tackle him, Dylan
Your reflection is in the screen. So.
First down.
Good hard run in there. I'll tell you, he is definitely a talented guy. The play went to the left. He was able to jog it back through the defense a little bit, cut it all the way to the right hash, picking up a really nice pickup there. They said as you look out there, they are definitely true spread. They're pulling the guards, and I've also seen them pull a tackle already.
Kelloggsville from the Sparta 49, roll out from the quarterback, but he's going to get sacked. Run down from behind by number 8, Samuel Whitmore.
That was a great pursuit from the far side, chasing them down. That was a really hard pursuit there. Great sack.
Loss of 2 goes back to the Kelloggsville 49, 2nd and 12. Samuel Whitmore has been a great defender for the last 3 years on this team. We are going to miss him when he's gone. The senior next week will, along with Tarosky, break the record for most games played in the playoffs by any Sparta player. So they go jet sweep here. That's Brendan Toonstra again. He's able to get past the original line of scrimmage to the 48.
73-15.
Assisting on that tackle,
Number 73, Ben Post, along with the sophomore 15, Hunter Borma on the tackle.
That was a great job. It's going to bring for Sparta to be a little aggressive.
That's a quick screen complete.
Nice.
But a good job by Whitmore to get out there and run down Jabari Campbell. And that's going to bring up fourth down. But they're on the Sparta side of the field. So the chances are they're going to go for it. And I don't see him making a whole lot of changes. So I believe they're going to go for it here.
Great job by the Spartans on that to really stay disciplined and break down out there and make that tackle. That was a great job out there.
Wilcox and Tarosky are going back deep to field this punt, but we have a whistle before the snap, and they're going to make Ben Post come off the field. I don't know if he has blood or equipment or whatever the deal is, but they'll throw in number 44, Jack Wildman, which is a perfect football name.
That sure is. Whoa.
Snap is bobbled and nearly blocked. A line drive punt, and the Spartans are going to let it go. That was a very dangerous play. It'll be down at about the 10-yard line by number 20, Cameron Townsend.
Boy, Kelloggsville really missed what could have been a disaster on that one. The ball almost looked a little slippery, a little wet. It had rained earlier, and it might just be a little wet down there on the field. So I do see a few sprinkles out there. It is a very dark evening. It's about 50 degrees at game time. Spartans are going to come out. Sophomore quarterback Nick Gordon, number 12. 4 receivers. We got 3 to the left of Gordon. The back is Dylan Tarosky to the right. They're going to throw on first down. Wide open! Oh.
It's Dylan Tarosky, 50, 45, 40. Can he outrun the defender? No. But brought down at the Kelloggsville 30.
21.
What a great job. Kelloggsville was in a deep 3, and Sparta came with 4 vertical routes. Somebody's going to be open, and boy, he found it. Hit him in stride.
60 yards on first down.
Got 60 on that play.
That's a great
To
way to start.
Tarosky right out of the backfield, and Brendan Toonstra ran him down. Sparta's already in Kelloggsville territory. 2 receivers to each side. Now man in motion. They'll give to Tarosky. Tarosky to the 25, bumps it outside and down to the 15. It looks like a gain of about 15 yards.
52 and 15.
Moving forward.
52, Kyle Van Houten on the stop.
That was a great trap. 72 led that trap. It was just a great play. Great play out there.
So the Spartans come out with a deuce backfield of back to each side. 1 receiver to each side. Give is to Tarosky up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparta Spartans.
Right in the end zone. Touchdown for the Spartans.
Just a great counter right out of shotgun. Just taken, countered that over. It really makes Kelloggsville be very disciplined. You got to be reading your keys out there, and it was just a great lead block. Made it look really easy from here.
Bella Valoni on for the extra point out of the hold of Evan Steinbacher. She's going to Ferris State on a soccer scholarship, and she puts it right through the uprights.
Nice.
And the Spartans put a 7 on the board right away.
Tell you, Sparta really looks like, Joe, they've come to play. I mean, they really look focused to me. They seem to be really clean on their plays. They come off the ball. They seem to be controlling the line of scrimmage right away.
And this can be a hard game because they're playing a team that is down in the standings.
Yep.
They're looking forward to next week when the playoffs start.
Yes.
But they did not look like that on that first drive, a 90-yard drive where they went right down the field.
Yeah, it's really one of those things. Sometimes you can overlook a team and start licking next week, and you can get yourself definitely look like they're focused and definitely ready to play.
Tarosky to kick off. He'll be kicking away to Brendan Toonstra. This ball goes to the other man in the formation, Jeremy Sumu, and there's a flag. A couple of flags come out behind the tackle.
A flag came in at the conclusion of that play.
Field to about the 24.
I tell you, Zervos is doing a good job at getting the ball out of his hand quickly. He really let that really go really fast, which they're catching that close to the line of scrimmage and then making those yards after catching. It was a really good job out of him.
3 down linemen for the Spartans. 3 line fed by Ben Post. That's going to be a loss of a couple back to the 22.
21 had the ball there for Kelloggsville, Brandon Sunstra.
Boy, he did a great job up front there. Just took and drive his man right straight back. Nowhere for that running back to go at all, Joe.
13.
He just really clogged that up, and then a host of Spartans come in and finish the
Last tackler there
project.
was Ben
So
Post
great job on the
for Sparta.
defense.
2nd down and 12. Left, a wing back now coming in motion. They'll pitch it outside
Number 21
to
was the ball
Toonstra,
forward a few yards.
who gets back to the original line of scrimmage plus another yard and a half. So that tackle was made by
15 tackling.
Samuel Whitmore.
Hunter Borma.
I'll tell you, Borma did a really good job of staying home there.
We have 3rd and 9.
He did not. He turned that play right back into the defense. Just a really good job of heads up there.
3rd down and 8.5. Same form. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 33.
Boy, Whitmore did a great job in there. He's the one that put the pressure on the quarterback and really made him release the ball sooner than he wanted to. And, boy, I'll tell you what, it was just perfect when it came to the coverage. Sitting right there, right in the zone. Did a nice job. Gets Spartan right back the ball.
Ball's on the
Ball
33
placed
yard line.
on the near hash on the 33-yard line. Spartans going right to left.
Sparta's, in their own rights tonight, playing out of that spread here to start out with, and you can see the difference. A little less on the splits on the front.
Whitmore.
That was a
Did the
real nice
receiver
throw there.
Samuel Whitmore.
Had plenty of time to throw the
Second
ball.
down.
Did a nice job, but just couldn't bring the ball in.
Sophomore Gordon showing a nice arm there. That was a nice 25-yard throw over the middle. Deuce backfield with 1 back to each side of the quarterback. The give is to the 38.
17,
Maybe 4
I
or
think.
5 on that play.
Jared Spencer, number 17 on the stop.
3rd down.
Well, the Sparta front line's doing a nice job. They're running that counter power with 2 guys pulling, and they're doing a really nice job making that hole very manageable inside. Boy, they're really split out wide here, Joe.
They sure are. Deuce backfield again. Good snap. The give is to Schoonmaker.
Oh, yeah.
Number
Good
And
hard.
he's able to get a first down.
Schoonmaker, good enough for a first down. Got about 6
Just
on that.
across the 45
20.
before he being stopped by number 20, Cameron Townsend.
Boy,
Number
Schoonmaker.
20,
He runs hard. He runs
Cameron
downhill.
Townsend.
He's got his legs just a pumping and protecting the ball. That was a great run in there on a 3rd down. They needed that.
Spartans. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's Tarosky. He's going to go right side, break it all the way to the sidelines, turn it upfield.
Around the right side,
He tackled him kind of high, but he's into Kelloggsville territory at about the 42. It's a first down run for the Spartans.
That was a good job. Schoonmaker out there really leading that block. Did a great job of leading out in front there. He's going to like it when they replay that on film. Did a good job. Nice stock block out there.
They're going to bubble screen it to Everett, and they hit him right in the breadbasket. And he couldn't hang on.
Intended receiver there, Jabari Everett.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, first time we've seen that tonight. He just kind of snuck up there, got underneath center, and just give the Kellogg's Rockets just a different look.
Spartans ran that play for a touchdown all the way back in week 1 against Muskegon Oak Ridge. And it looked like it had a chance to work there again.
Boy, got twins on both sides here, Joe.
With Tarosky to the left, man in motion is going to be Schoonmaker. And he's on the jet sweep, gets to the 35, and stopped right there by number 8, Jeremy Sumu.
Number 8 for the Rockets tackling, Jeremy Sumu.
Well, I'll tell you, Sparta's doing a good job right now of running the defense from sideline to sideline. Kelloggsville's got a really, really big front line there, and I think they're just trying to wear them out. And doing a good job in there.
A lot of inexperience on this Kelloggsville team. There's a lot of freshmen and sophomores. The JVs played pretty well last night. Sparta kind of pulled away in the third quarter. We might talk about that a little bit later. But Tarosky takes the ball to the left and is spun out of bounds.
21 and 20.
First down. Cameron Townsend.
Number 21, Toonstra. Number 20, Townsend.
That's another Sparta first down, Joe.
Yes, sir. They looked like they were going to measure for a second there, but they decided to just give the Spartans the first down and move the chains ahead. Deuce backfield again. Go back to each side of Gordon. They'll give it to Tarosky, runs over one man, spins around another, and down to the 20-yard line before Kyle Van Houten gets him. And another first down for the Spartans, a 12-yard gain up to the 20.
Boy, I'll tell you that Drosky, that's a football player there. That guy just keeps it chugging. Did a nice spin move after the initial contact. Did a great job. It's really good to see that. Front line is really, in my opinion, is really handling it.
Schoonmaker this time. He gets up to the 16 before he's driven back by number 51, Tyshawn Perkins. I don't know if you saw that on that play, but we got some fireworks going off in the background.
I noticed that over there, and I'm thinking, wow. Back in the day, there used to be a rocket down at the end of this one end zone there, but it looks like after renovations, I don't see that here anymore.
Yeah, this since the last time I was here about 15 years ago, they've done a lot of work to this place, and it looks really nice. But that's the end of the first quarter. With the score Sparta 7, Kelloggsville 0. The Spartans driving again down at the 16 right now. They'll take the chains and move everybody to the other side of the field. And Sparta will be going left to right to begin quarter number 2.
It was an interesting first quarter, Joe. You know, Kelloggsville is definitely doing a great job with a super spread, with really wide splits compared to what Sparta is doing, trying to create those lanes. They move the ball, really, they're not moving the ball that bad. They just keep making mistakes. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot. Sparta, on the other hand, to me, what the difference is their whole line is handling Kelloggsville defensive line, creating holes, and Sparta is running at will between the tackles. I think you're going to see Kelloggsville have to start stunting a little more on defense and maybe even put another guy in the box. So we'll see what changes they do here.
So we're being told at the home office by Mr. Owens that they can see the scoreboard on the screen, they can hear us, but we cannot get video right now. And wide open is Samuel Whitmore in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparta Spartans.
Samuel Whitmore, number 8.
I'm sorry you didn't get to see that, but 4 seconds into the second quarter, and the Spartans are moving along again.
Yeah, that was really a well-executed play there. Little ball fake after you've been running up the middle. They are definitely going to play to that and leaving him wide open in the corner of the end zone.
16 yards on the pass play. Bella Valoni in for the extra point.
Ooh,
looks like Kelloggsville goes off sides, and they're going to blow this play dead. And if I know Doug Chapman, he's going for 2 right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to make you pay for that mistake here. They're going to try to get 2 on that.
Ball moves forward. Half the distance to the goal line. Now it sits at about the 1.5 yard line.
That's one of those hard things sometimes. You get a little frustrated as a player, and you see that first call, instead of going on snap of the ball, you just head in there, going to want to make a play, and ends up getting off sides. And now it inches the ball down closer, and like I said, Sparta's going to see if they can make them pay for that mistake here. Double
That's
tight.
a direct snap to Tarosky as the Spartans bring in all their linemen and run Wildcat out of an unbalanced formation. And the two-point conversion is good. 11:56 to go. Sparta, after the two-point conversion, leads 15 to nothing.
Games across the OK Conference by tuning into the Meyer High
Sparta
School
line
scoreboard
continues to
show.
impress me tonight.
96-1.
Boy, they are just owning the line of scrimmage up front.
107.9 in Muskegon.
And
And
that
on
is-
their way 2 games
that is a
every
really
Friday
good job up front for
by
sure.
listening to high school pregame show from 6 to 7 p.m. on both those stations. Follow OK Conference football action before, during, and after
I
games.
noticed a pretty good
Each
crowd
week,
here tonight, Joe. It's
96.1
good to see that.
game, and
It's definitely football
107.9.
weather. This is definitely about caramel corn, caramel apples, and your Friday night football game. This is the favorite time of the year. It's exciting as we get ready to enter the playoffs in a whole different format this year. So it's going to be a fun November.
Yeah, a lot of changes in the MHSAA playoff formula. There's going to be a lot. Not a lot, but there's going to be a few teams that get in at 4 and 5 this year,
Touchback.
as the
Rockets ball.
kickoff trickles into the end zone off the hands of the Kelloggsville returner, Reginald McCaleb III. And that ball goes for a touchback and automatically comes out to the 20, whether or not Kelloggsville touches it or not.
You can see a few of the Kellogg's players coming off the field, helmets up, trying to catch their breath. Like I said, Sparta's doing a good job of moving the big boys around tonight. And looks like they're still in that spread coming out.
Yep, they got 2 wingbacks, 2. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. And they'll pitch it outside. Nice run, breaks some tackle before Whitmore and Wilcox get there.
That's one of those frustrating things. They had him. Guys had really good shots at him. He just kept moving, keeping his leg moving, and it's one of those where they'll look at film at that and be really disappointed with the tackling technique on that play. But
Nice run by Toonstra. Gets 7 yards up to the 27. 2nd down and 3. Give to him again.
13.
Run down by number 13, Jeremiah Rosema, across to the 34. You know, I keep seeing these flashes in the background
yeah,
with the fireworks, and I think they're thunder and lightning, and I'm like, I don't want this game to stop.
yeah. Like I said, it's really odd too. You look out there and it's Sparta running.
Quarterback's going to be sacked.
It's like,
Zerfus pump faked and then tried to step up and ran into his own blocker and then tried to go left.
boy,
And he got run down by Ben Post.
Ben Post and Vanderleest, boy, they played one of the old twist plays up front, and they really sold that, and he came free. And I'll tell you, Ben's a big guy, but he got there in a hurry. It was not something as if you're the quarterback, you want to see Ben Post coming at you with nobody blocking him.
Other
Great
scores
stuff.
around the area right now. Cedar Springs leading South Christian 8-7. As the ball was given to Reginald McCaleb there.
16.
Tackled by Hunter Borma.
Oh, yep, we got 3rd and long here, Joe.
Gonna be
3rd and 16. This is going to be an interesting call here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 15 at the 29. Another score in the OK Silver. Hopkins leading Belding 8-0. Surface going to throw. It's going to be a screen. Complete.
13.
Complete to Toonstra. Jeremiah Rosema blows that up, and that was a play that had a lot of potential for Kelloggsville, but a good tackle by Rosema is going to force a 4th and 11 And Kelloggsville is in punt formation with number 8, Shumu.
Boy, Spartan did a nice job on that play, playing 3 deep zone, keeping everything in front of you. They give up, 5 yards, but they weren't going to give them the big play there.
Sparta not threatening to block the punt. A really high snap. Good
Drive.
kick, taken on a line drive by Tarosky. Gets across the 50-45, down to the 41.
Bring it down to about the 40 for the Spartans,
15 and
where they'll
7.
take over first down. At this time, with the homecoming
Jabari Campbell along with Reginald McCaleb III
Mr. Kuhn
on the tackle.
Real nice blocking there by Steinbecker. That was really, really a good block. A lot of times on those punt returns, it's so easy that you end up when the guy's so long, the guy turns his back, you get a flag. But he did a nice job. He kept his feet wide, kept his shoulders square, and did a nice job.
Spartan starting off in plus territory on the Kelloggsville 41, and Kelloggsville, before we begin this drive, they want to talk it over.
Meet at the 50-yard line with Mr. Kuhn and Mrs. Corrigan.
15-0. Spartans have the lead with 8:23 to go in the first half.
Mark Chapman, his assistants, Brian
It's
Busey.
probably a pretty good timeout at that time right now. Just regroup his troops here from Kelloggsville. You're down by 2 scores. But if you can make a stop here, if they can make that stop, it's probably a really good.
Half the distance to the goal line.
Offsides against Kelloggsville. It'll be half the distance to the goal, and they'll place the ball just outside the 2.
Kelloggsville definitely loading the box. They know they got to stop the run here.
Give the ball to Schoonmaker, the third man through,
Number 22
and he is tackled in the end zone. But it's too late. Touchdown, Sparta Spartans.
That's a big touchdown right there. That's a real big deal. Like I said, it takes the pressure off things a little bit, but they did a nice job. Like I said, they run that same counter trap, and like I said, the hole was there. Did a nice job of getting in there real quickly. And
Bella Valoni, who didn't get a chance to kick the last extra point because Kelloggsville went off sides, kicks this one right through the uprights. 7:11 to go in the half. Sparta up 22-0, and they're doing everything right so far tonight.
yeah, I'll tell you what, I have not seen a whole lot of things that stripping. They are taking care of business. They're doing a nice job up front on both sides of the ball. They stay really disciplined, not letting people behind them, and I think the Spartan has really come tonight to make a statement that they are going to be somebody to be noticed. I tell you, it's a beautiful facility here, Joe. Just looking down at the blue end zone with the orange letters tipped in white. It's just a beautiful, beautiful spot here.
Kickoff is away from Tarosky, going to be taken on the far sidelines by number 5.
Kelloggsville's ball, first down.
Well, we'll see what Kelloggsville has up their sleeve here, because this is the one where you've got to really, they're going to have to try to get in and get a score here to keep things closer, make sure things don't get away from them.
Well, Kelloggsville last week against undefeated Comstock Park, they were down 35 at one point in the game, and they were able to fight back to get almost to single digits before Comstock Park was able to push that lead back out.
Yeah.
And Comstock Park ended up winning by 35, 69-34.
Well, you can tell they got a lot of great athletes out here.
Zerfa steps up in the pocket and is going to be sacked. Too much penetration from the Spartans, led by Garrett DeGraff.
Zerfa's had the ball, tackled by number 73 there.
Boy, DeGraff just stood his man right up and shook that
Looking at
block.
second and 13.
I tell you, that was a really good technique there. Like I said, it's just one of those things. Sparta is just right now really owning that front line. There is no doubt about it.
Ball marked for play at the 22. Kelloggsville's going to come out. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. They got a wing back in the other direction. They fake the handoff to the man in motion, and Zerfus, the quarterback, is able to squirt his way past the original line of scrimmage and ahead to the 26-yard line. So a 3-yard gain there will make it 3rd down and 9.
Make it a 3rd down, 9 to go for the Rockets.
I tell you, DeGraff is really playing tough over here on this end.
Building 14.
He is not giving up over here at all. He is not being moved off his spot, funneling things right back inside. And boy, as a linebacker, that's something you like to see. A disciplined line in front of you.
Zerfus looking to throw, floats one over the middle, and it looks like it was picked off. Number 3, Henry Whitmore, and he jumped over the receiver and stole that one. And my goodness, the Spartans are playing lights out on defense right now.
I'll tell you, I seen something I never thought I'd see. Ben Post dropped back in coverage. I have not seen that. For a big guy, he really moves. Did a nice job back in there.
He's done that a few times. He had an interception at Hopkins a couple of weeks ago off a deflected ball.
And that just shows his athleticism. That's a big guy dropping into coverage.
Former JV quarterback Ben Post.
That's amazing.
But the current varsity quarterback, Nick Gordon, takes the snap, gives it to Schoonmaker around the left side again, inside the 30, pushes his way toward the 20, and taken down on the far sidelines.
I think it's 51.
Down around the 20-yard line somewhere.
Number 51, Tyshawn Perkins on the stop.
Boy, Tarosky out there putting on a seminar on how to do the stalk block and not get called for holding. He held that block down in there almost 7-8 yards.
If he's not all conference, there needs to be a criminal investigation.
I would agree with that.
Double wing formation. Man in motion. He'll fake to him. And Gordon passes to a wide open Samuel Whitmore. The only man standing in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparta Spartans.
That's the payoff right there. All that time running up in between the tackles, running them side to side, and then you get that play action pass. And man, it was just everybody bites on the run fake, and it's just an easy pass to the end zone.
5:03 to go in the half, and Bellavallone is not going to get a chance to kick this extra point because the same man who went off sides 2 extra points ago did it again. Ball will move halfway to the goal. They're actually going to leave the kick team out there. And Bella will just be kicking 1.5 yards closer.
Yeah, a little confusion here whether or not Sparta actually declined it or accepted the penalty. It looks like officially they declined it, I think, Joe, is what they're showing.
Yeah, they marked the ball back on the 3-yard line where they usually do the extra point. So kick from Vallone is through. With 5:03 to go in the half, Sparta leading 29-0.
Well, the holder did a great job on that. That snap was just a little high, and he was able to take that right over the top of his head, put that down quickly, and that was a really good job by him.
Yeah, Bella didn't get full power on that, but she got enough to get it over the crossbar.
Yeah, you could tell timing was off just a touch.
Homecoming ceremonies at halftime. We'll look forward to that.
Spartans will kick off again. It's Tarosky as the official flips the ball to him, and he'll tee it up on the 40-yard line. 3 men back deep for Kelloggsville. Tarosky kicks it. He'll take it to the up man who wanted to hand it off to somebody, but there was nobody there. And gets around the corner.
That's number 7.
Reginald McCaleb III.
Good return there, Reginald McCaleb III.
And he made chicken salad out of something right there because that looked like a disaster.
It looked like one of them old Starburst plays where maybe he was going to fake something and
Yards. And they'll mark the ball for play at the Kelloggsville 41.
it looked like, was that Everett that forced him out up here on the 41? I think he held his ground on this outside, didn't bite on the inside, so.
Rockets come out. 3 receivers, 2 to the right. They have a wing back to the left.
Yeah, there's
That's
officials
an
are
officials timeout.
having a conversation over here.
Well, they're talking about where they're going to go after the game. Never mind us.
Yeah, never mind us. Just a game going here. No big deal. Oh, he's going to put her into play. It must be they got it figured out.
3 down linemen for the Spartans. They'll hand the ball to Toonstra, who goes to the left and is able to turn the ball upfield down the sidelines and into Sparta territory. Actually, they're going to say stepped out at about the 49-yard line. So he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down, but if you're Kelloggsville, you'll take 8 yards any day of the week on first down.
Put you in that second down, very manageable. Got a lot of options here that you could do. Sparta in that base 3-man front here.
Zerfus is going to waggle out to the left. He was throwing to Jared Spencer, and that ball was a Superman throw up, and away.
Boy, there was a nice hit over there. Whoever was covering on that, he wanted to make sure he knew that you were in my area.
Weather. Cool, crisp.
Yeah, they got him up in the air.
So let's enjoy this.
And it looked like the corner on that side, who I believe
Is that Everett, isn't it?
was Everett,
Yeah, he did a nice job.
got him while he was in the air and knocked him down. 3rd and 2 for Kelloggsville. Zerfus is going to hand it to Toonstra, and Toonstra pushes his way just past the 50. I don't know if he got the first down. It's going to be very close. I think they're going to spot him just past the sticks.
Pretty generous spot there. I don't know if he quite got to that, but they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, the chains move ahead. The ball is just into half. Spartans lead 29-0. Kelloggsville's going to huddle. I'd like to thank our crew helping us put this on. We got Paul Owens producing back on the ranch. Thank him for what he does. Our spotter tonight is my brother-in-law, John Hicks. There's a throw down the far sidelines, and that is way too high for Cameron Townsend as the ball sails out of bounds.
Townsend on that play.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 back at the Sparta 49.
Once again, we need the homecoming court down.
Showed a good arm on
They're up down there. so-
Right now, I really like what they're doing on defense, keeping everything in front of them, not letting anything behind them. Don't give up anything real wild here right before halftime. Like you
You're
said,
on the court, head on
it's a
down.
really solid performance here.
3:19 to go in the half. Kelloggsville has 2 timeouts. Zerfus out of the gun. Quick screen, and it's
bubble
dropped.
screen, he drops it. Did they blow the whistle? They did.
Intended receiver there.
Dropped by Townsend, number 20.
It's really good to see as a defense. I've seen that
We must
before and
report.
did a really nice job of coming up, and I think the guy heard his footsteps. I'll be honest. he definitely was influencing on that receiver for sure.
Dylan Tarosky has one speed, and it's fast.
Yeah.
We have whistles.
Oh.
A timeout for Kelloggsville.
That's their second timeout.
They'll have one timeout left for the rest of the half with 3:16 to go. Sparta leading 29-0. And we'll see if we can put up or look up some scores.
Athletic director is Carl Roscoe, and our athletic trainer is Travis Trevino.
Comstock Park has won in a forfeit over Comstock, who didn't have a whole lot of players at the end of the season. North Muskegon in a first quarter score leads Ludington 6-0. Muskegon Catholic Central in the second quarter leading Oak Ridge 16-13.
Oh, boy, that'd be a wild one there.
Hopkins in the second quarter leading Belding 16-14. We know how tough both of those teams are. Sparta beating Belding in overtime in a classic back in week 5 and defeating Hopkins 2 weeks ago 21-20 on their field. Cedar Springs leading South Christian 22-7 in the second quarter. Back to action. Zerfus looking to his left. He's going to find a man who's going to get a first down, pushed out of bounds at about the 33. That was Jabari Campbell on the catch. Pushed out by Evan Steinbacher.
Number 32 is Trevor Wilcox.
They'll mark the ball on the near hash at the 35, first and 10 for the Rockets. Clock stopped after throw the same play to the right. That's Campbell. And we got 2 flags at the end of that play as Campbell was taken down
44
by Jack Wildman near the far sidelines at about the 26. It would be a 9-yard gain.
Ball by one of the Kellogg's other receivers trying to make that hole for him. So I think this one's going to definitely be coming back partially.
The call's holding against the Rockets. Real unfortunate for them as they were putting a drive together. Those are the kind of penalties that really kill you. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so the ball goes back to the 36. It'll be first down and 11. Rockets come out and walk to the line, even though the clock is running.
They don't seem to be in any big hurry.
Zerfus out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Wants to go left. But the rush coming right up the middle is Samuel Whitmore.
Wow.
And trips up Zerfus, who is still able to stumble forward, but falls down a yard behind the line of scrimmage. A sack from Whitmore.
Whitmore looked like he was shot out of a cannon. He come flying in there.
He came hard right up through the A gap, which is in between the center and the guard. And he really, like you said, was shot out of a cannon and was just able to get Zerfus' foot. As the Rockets come out at the 37, second and 12. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, wing back to the left. 1:40 to go. Zerfus is flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield. Now he's got to run and gets to the 30, lowers his shoulder, and runs over Jamari Everett, who is able to hold on for the tackle. It's a 10-yard gain up to the 26. It's still going to be a yard short of first down yardage. Well, they're going to stop the clock here and possibly measure.
Boy, I'll tell you, Zerfus, that's a great effort by him to lower your shoulder and try to pick up that yardage.
Actually, we've got an injury down the field. There's a Kelloggsville receiver at the 10.
We have an injury on the field. Injury timeout.
Can't see his number.
17.
My spotter, John Hicks, says it's number 17, which would be Jared Spencer.
Yeah, I didn't really see what was happening there. I was really watching the play as it developed here, but it looks like it's going to be about a yard when they get back here, 3rd and 1. And it'll be interesting to see this call out of the spread to see what their plan would be. I wouldn't doubt that they'll come right back and run the quarterback, that they had success down here a little bit earlier on a follow, on a power, some sort of power trap here. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yep, possibly quarterback Toonstra is a candidate to get the ball here. But they've got to get a first down. It's 3rd and 1 with a minute 17 to go. The receiver Spencer is still down. That he's starting to get to his knees right now. On his feet. He's at the 10-yard line, so he was about 15 yards downfield from the tackle.
Looks like maybe a lower leg of something, but he is walking off on his own power. That's great to see.
It is great to see. He's not walking with much of a limp.
Yeah, no, that's
so
great.
that's a very good sign. So the ball placed at the 26-yard line, about 3 feet from first down yardage. Kelloggsville is going to come out in the same formation they've been running much of the night. 3 receivers, 2 to the right of Zerfus, wing back to the right, just behind the tackle. And they'll give it to Toonstra. Yeah. Toonstra to the 20, cuts back. Tries to cut back on Evan Steinbacher, but Steinbacher got enough of him to bring him down at the 17. It is a first down after a gain of about 9.
You were right. That Toonstra, man, he's a hard runner in there. They just did a real nice job. It was straight up blocking, just with wide splits. They got the angle in there, and he picked the hole, and he ran hard for the 9.
Couple of good cutbacks on that play, too. Here come the Rockets. Toonstra to the left of Zerfus, otherwise the same formation. Zerfus is going to pass. He has to throw it in desperation. A shovel pass complete to Toonstra as just about every Spartan on the defensive line busted right through immediately. And Zerfus had to, like I said, throw that in desperation. And they get inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They're about half a yard short of the first down, but
very inventive, like I said, to keep that play alive and not take the sack. That's a really good play by their quarterback.
44 seconds to go to the half, 10 on the play clock. Zerfus is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the 4. Number 3, Henry Whitmore on the stop.
Kelloggsville is doing a super wide split on the wide side of the field, allowing them to go ahead and pull. You'll see the backside guard as he pulls. It just leaves a huge lane in there.
High snap. Zerfus handles it, but there's too much penetration by the Spartans. Jeremiah Rosema got in there. He did everything he could to spin away from that, and he couldn't do it. It's going to be a loss of about 3 back to the 7-yard line. And the Rockets look like they took their final time out of the half with 21 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's like I said, it's really interesting, and I'm sure Sparta's seen it on film, but Kelloggsville in that super wide spread seems to be doing that to the wide side. Then they seem to be pulling the backside guard to lead, and honestly, it gives him where he doesn't have to completely make that block and still have a spot for them to run. A lot of lanes up in there when you're split that wide. So it'll be interesting to see here. You know, you got 21 seconds with no timeouts. You're on the 7-yard line. You've been struggling to move the ball on the ground. I would expect you're going to see them try to throw the ball here a couple times.
Halftime score, Kenwood has 14.
But I'll tell you, with Toonstra, as hard as he runs, I think that would be an interesting call. He is right next to his quarterback, and he seems to be the guy that just doesn't want to go down tonight for Kelloggsville. So
Kelloggsville, I'm sure, called 2 plays
I
on
would
the
think
sidelines.
Called 2. right out of there, and they should be in a big hurry up. They're going to try to throw here first.
Zerfus
being
flushed
inventive.
out of the pocket. He gets to the
he's like,
10 and runs out of bounds at the 8. It's going to lose a yard and 8 seconds. There's
Smart
14
play.
seconds left.
Smart play by the quarterback, though, knowing that if he didn't get in that clock, you're not going to reset all them guys out of the spread back in that. That was a really good play by him. We'll see what this is. My prediction would be that if they can roll them to the right and probably put it in the right corner over there. A lot of room over there.
Well, the Spartans have a really good corner on the right side in Wilcox. He's got Cameron Townsend split across him. Good snap. Zerfus is going to throw that way. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And Cameron Townsend catches it in the end zone just like we were expecting. Touchdown Kelloggsville.
You know, when you got good athletes, and they've got some really good athletes out there, receiver, you can get that ball up in the air, let them high point it, and good call by Kelloggsville there. With 9 seconds to go before halftime, and you got yourself a score, and that's exactly what they needed.
That's exactly what Kelloggsville needed to go into the half. Did not want to go in demoralized. They're going to go for 2 here. Zerfus is moving to his left and is being chased everywhere.
Oh!
Is that ball caught in the end zone? It was caught, but
Out of bounds.
Reginald McCaleb III, they ruled, could not get a foot in bounds. So the 2-point conversion is no good. 9 seconds to go in the half. And Sparta will retain a 29-6 lead.
I believe that was number 7 for them, Caleb, I think. And what an effort over there. From my angle, I thought he might have got his foot down, but it was really close. But the officials were right on top of it. But like I said, the quarterback's doing a great job of avoiding sacks and doing a good job of getting that ball out there.
Well, the quarterback, Zachary Zerfus, he ran around in a circle a couple of times like he was playing Duck, Duck, Goose because of the rush from the Spartans. Several of them broke through. And there may have been 4 guys in the backfield chasing him around, and it was everything Zerfus could do to get rid of that ball. And to almost catch that for 2 would have been the highlight of the evening.
I tell you, he throws a real catchable ball. One thing I'm impressed with him is he puts a real nice amount of air under it, and it makes it very catchable, knowing his receivers can get up there and get it. And, yeah, he's a good athlete down there.
Number 8, Jeremy Shumu, is going to tee up the football and kick it away for Kelloggsville on the near hash. Back deep for the Spartans is Tarosky and Wilcox. Kelloggsville should squib this and keep it away from the returners, but no, they kick it right to Tarosky. Tarosky to the 30 and a good tackle made by Shumu, the kicker.
Wow, I'll tell you what a collision.
The kicker is Jeremy Shumu.
You could hear the pads hit way up here, and that was 2 strong athletes there. We'll see what's happened. We got 4 seconds to go. I wouldn't expect Sparta really to do anything probably than just knee it down and head in for the halftime, but we've seen weirder things.
Well, the ball marked for play at the 28, and Sparta in a similar situation all the way back in week 1 ran a wraparound handoff to Tarosky, who ran 75 yards for a touchdown. I don't know if we're going to see that here. Spartans have 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion now is Schoonmaker. They're going to hand it to Tarosky, who bumps to the outside and is tackled near the sidelines at the 46. That is a gain of about 19 yards, but it'll also run out the clock, and we have reached halftime.
Well, I'll tell you, Joe, if you're a Sparta fan or even a Sparta coach, you got to be happy with the way they played the first half. And like I said, they just have really played well on all different aspects of the game tonight.
All right, so we're going to go to halftime. We're going to take a little bit of a break. There's some pizza up here, so we're going to eat. You guys do whatever you need to do. It's a 20-minute halftime. They're going to have senior night for the band, and we'll be back in 20 minutes. He just texted me and said the live stream is down.
Good evening and welcome to the Kelloggsville High School 2021 Homecoming Halftime Celebration. It was great to have a more traditional homecoming this year after a sad year.